Going back to pass now is talking and throws down to the right side. The Coach-Pipe runs it down the sideline for a touchdown.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. And welcome to the Gridiron. And before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone out there who's been watching my videos. Maybe subscribe to my channel. Maybe give my videos a thumbs up or left a comment or anything at all you can do to help me and my channel out. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to get my channel up and running. Anything you guys can do to help me out, I greatly appreciate it. So thank you so much. Thank you. It's it happens every year. Yeah, got injuries, all right. First of all, you got Kadarius Toney. It doesn't seem like this guy can catch a break. At least he's not injured, thankfully. He's on the reserve COVID-19 list, so he's kind of like doing just basically attending meetings, but by himself, so he's can't be around anybody and all and everything. But hopefully within a period of time, once he comes off this list, hopefully he won't be around the COVID no more. Hopefully he'll find shoes that fit him, and hopefully he'll be on the field and ready to rock and roll. I'm sure once when he popped on the reserve COVID-19 list, I'm sure there was a lot of people out there just having a ball. I mean, because some people call him a bust already because he was having a hard time getting cleats or whatever it was and everything. But hopefully he'll be on the field in just a matter of time. Then you had we got Saquon is on the PUP list. All right, that's the physically unable to perform list. And of course Saquon with his torn ACL. Jonathan Harrison, the center, the backup center, he has a hamstring. Matt Peart, the back. All right, had a little back problem. I was there. Hopefully, or possibly, our starting right tackle, tight end Kyle Rudolph is recovering from foot surgery. Right, so you know about that. Linebacker, the X-Man, Oshane Ximines. He's got a hamstring injury now. He missed like all last year. He had probably shoulder surgery. Now he came back. Now he's probably his hamstring. And then we got cornerback Aaron Robinson. He has a core muscle. He's recovering from what I was reading online. It doesn't seem to be too bad. So hopefully it's just a matter of time, and we can get our rookie on the field. Now what it is that these guys, they can be activated at any time during training camp. All right. If they're still on this list, the PUP list, when the roster gets down to 53, they must either be activated or they must be moved to the reserved PUP list, which means that they must be inactive for the first 6 weeks. So what do we got? So at the end of July, we got like about a month, at least a month and a half. Well, I mean before the season starts, a little over a month and a half. But so hopefully, we'll see. I mean, with Saquon, you don't know, because we certainly don't want to rush him in there. But we'll see. Then there's 2 players, all right, which have been placed on the reserved non-football injury list, or the NFI list. All right, got linebacker Ryan Anderson, injured, recovering from a low back injury. Then we have running back Sandro Platzgummer. All right, he's from the NFL's International PPP, or the International Players Pathway Program. Now he was on our team last year. Well, he didn't necessarily make the team, but he was. We had him last year in as well too. He's on this list. He has a hamstring injury. Okay, now these injuries for Ryan Anderson and Sandro Platzgummer, okay, their injuries occurred away from the football, right, from football activities, right, and they may return when they're medically cleared. All right. Now Sandro Platzgummer, I mean, I'm pulling for him. I said he was here last year as well too. He had some very nice looking film, but he came from Austria. He won 2 European championships, I believe it was, on the Austrian under 19 team. He had some nice stats and all and everything, but this isn't Austria. This is the NFL. So, I'd love to see him do it. I'm pulling for him, but we'll have to wait and see. But these guys, their 2 injuries happened away from the field, from field of action, shall we say. Now the 6 guys are on the PUP list, right? You got Saquon, he's not going nowhere, all right? Just trying to ease him in. We don't want no sense in rushing him in there. Then you got Kyle Rudolph. What he says, he said he didn't plan on missing any football. Apparently he's going to miss maybe a little bit of training camp, but hopefully, he'll be back in time for the regular season. So we'll have to wait and see. Now we got Jonathan Harrison. He's not going anywhere because he's pretty much like our backup center. So hopefully once he recovers from his hamstring injury, hopefully he'll be good to go. Matt Peart, he's going to be hopefully our starting right tackle, so he's not going anywhere. Hopefully once he recovers from his back injury, he'll be okay. Then we got cornerback, the rookie, Aaron Robinson, right? Once he recovers from his core muscle injury, hopefully he'll be on the field. So I don't really think, he really has much to worry about, other than the fact that he's a rookie and you need to get your rear end on the field. You need to get as many reps as you can. You need to be talking to people, out there, doing the drills and all that stuff. So the sooner he can get himself out there, the better. As long as this isn't a severe injury, I don't think he has anything really to worry about as far as not making the team. Now the 2 guys that kind of got to worry a little bit something is the X-Man, Oshane Ximines. All right, his rookie year, he had 502 snaps. He had 4.5 sacks. So he played about half the defensive snaps, and he had 4.5 sacks. So things were looking pretty promising. He's kind of raw. He's not the greatest against the run. Something certainly, to work with, possibly, get that diamond in the rough, but the shoulder surgery he had last year, now he's back out again, now with a hamstring injury. You don't know how long that's going to be for. If he doesn't make the team, apparently when I was looking at, the Giants are going to save $880,000 if he didn't want to make the team. I think they owe him a little over $200,000, but if he doesn't make the team, they save almost $900,000. So, so he was injured last year. Things are looking so good this year so far. It's, I know it's early, but he's got to get himself healthy. Same thing with Ryan Anderson. All right, he played 9 games last year, and he didn't start any for the Washington football teams. He had last year for the Washington football team, he had 9 combined tackles and no sacks. With 4 years with the Redskins / Washington football team, I think he had 84 combined tackles in 4 years. All right, he had a stellar college career. He was from Alabama. He was taken in the second round, 2017 draft. He had an awesome career. I believe they won 2 national championships. He was a semifinalist for the Butkus Award, which is the award for the best linebacker in all of football, all college football. But that's not translated over into the NFL so far for him. So this is going to be his 5th season. All right, we signed him to a 1-year deal. It's huge for these 2 guys because you look at, wow. Last year we got Carter Coughlin, we got Cam Brown. This year we got Azeez Ojulari, we got Ellison Smith, right? Then we got Lorenzo Carter, we got Kwity Paye. All right, then you got Oshane Ximines, and you got Ryan Anderson. You got it's like 8 guys. not all these guys are going to make the team. I mean, you look at, we got 53 guys on the roster, okay? Out of 53, you got a long snapper, a punter, and a kicker. So now you're down to 50 guys. So basically, if you split that in the middle, you say about 25 guys for offense, 25 guys for defense. So now you got to figure, let's see, 25 guys on defense. We're going to keep at least 5 or 6 defensive linemen. So now you're down to, say, maybe 19 guys. If you're going to say 3 or 4 middle linebackers, maybe now you're down to 15, maybe 16. You got to keep at least 10 guys in the secondary, which leaves like 6 guys for the outside / edge rushers. I mean, because you look at like in the secondary, so we got to keep at least 10, 11 guys. I mean, because you got guys like Aaron Robinson, Kadarius Williams. We drafted those guys. Darnay Holmes. All right. Then you got Adoree Jackson, James Bradbury. All right. Then we got like safeties. You got Julian Love, Xavier McKinney, Jabrill Peppers. You got Logan Ryan. And you got somebody, maybe Isaac Yiadom. I keep him. Somebody like Nate Ebner, who's going to be probably on the team. He's a safety. He's a liability if you put him on the field for defense. I think he had a grade of a 41 last year, but he's great at special teams. You can't, you got, it's some of the guys that you're keeping on the defensive side of the ball aren't just necessarily guys who are going to be on the defense. Maybe get a few snaps in there in the defense if you need them. If somebody gets hurt or whatever. But somebody like Nate Ebner, you're going to have him on the team because of his special teams play. So he's going to take up a roster spot. You got, Gary Brightwell, the running back. He's a special teams demon. He's making a team. We just spent a draft pick on him. And he's wonderful at special teams, so he's going to be on it. But he's a running back. He has nothing to do with the defensive side, though. But I mean, what I'm saying is, Kadarius Williams, we drafted him. He's probably going to be on special teams. So some of the guys, it's like not necessarily, we're going to keep 6 or 7 or 8 edge, but some of these guys we're going to keep on defense because of the special teams play. It's just huge. I said we're just Nate Ebner. So, I mean, we got like 8 guys, edge rushers. We ain't going to be keeping them all, and between Ryan Anderson and Oshane Ximines, I mean, if they can't get on the field at all, their time with the Giants might be very, very limited. But guys, it's football, it's spring training. This is just a short list of guys who are going to get hurt. And, once these guys come off this list, there'll be more guys taking their place. That's a promise. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You got to stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!